It's been 1 year since Luka became a Laker, but I still rank two other trades worse in NBA history.
The seasons are so long, if you're losing, it just takes a toll on you mentally, physically.
I'm Doug Kezirian. This is Hard Pass, also available in podcast. You know a trade is bad when every hot take clown can't even bring themselves to defend it. There's usually always someone willing to play contrarian for the sole purpose of going viral. But when the Dallas Mavericks traded Luka Doncic to the Lakers, not a single media personality could stoop that low. We've hit the 1 year anniversary of that mega deal, and it got me thinking, was it the single worst trade in NBA history? Let's go back to that wild weekend.
This move, in the moment here, believe is one of the most stunning trades, one of the biggest and most stunning trades in the history of the league.
Just like everyone else, I thought it was AI generated. And then I found out it was real.
It was certainly one of those sports moments when you'll always remember where you were when you heard the news. How's this for being shocked? One Las Vegas bookmaker did not even adjust the sportsbook's betting odds.
Screenshotted the tweet from Shams, and he sent it to our group, and he was like, I guess Shams' account must have been hacked. And he sent the trade to our group. And we didn't even move any of the numbers because we were so sure that can't be real.
For purposes of this ranking, I actually think there were two worst trades, again, in NBA history. To a certain extent, trading Luka was defensible. The main reason, he had that looming Supermax extension that the Dallas Mavericks had to decide on, $345 million. And that's a big variable in this. ESPN reporter Tim McMahon, based in Dallas, shared a conversation he had with a Mavs front office source who would often vent about Luka's lack of conditioning off the record.
Y'all never put your names on it. So if you want to complain about his conditioning, put your name on it, because I'm tired of taking all the heat.
Right.
I said, so, what are you going to do about it? And I swear to you, Mike, he said, if I got to trade him, I'll trade his ass. And Mike, I threw my head back and rolled my eyes because I was like, sure you will, buddy.
Ultimately, the Mavs did in fact pull the trigger on trading a 25-year-old MVP candidate entering his prime. However, the return package is what made it so bad. Make no mistake, Mavs general manager Nico Harrison committed malpractice by not optimizing Luka's trade value.
They are not auctioning him off. They are not letting the league know, come to us with your highest bid. This was a pocket deal. This was like a $1 billion mansion changing hands where there was only one bidder as far as we know. And not only that, they didn't even get the entire package from the Lakers. Yes, they got Anthony Davis. They didn't get Austin Reeves. They only got one of the two first-round picks. The Lakers are still holding a first-round pick.
That's the amazing part. Harrison only talked with the Lakers for a few weeks, and he got completely hustled by GM Rob Pelinka, who Harrison called a friend. Patrick Beverley impersonated that phone call.
Ring, ring, ring. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, Pat, what's going on?
Hey,
man?
I'm good. Check it out. I got something for you. I'm about to give you a Ferrari. You give me back a bag of potatoes.
Come on, Pat.
Matter of fact,
you could at least.
Matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie to you. A bag of potatoes with a hole in the bottom because you're giving me damaged goods.
If the Mavs are going to trade Luka, that's one thing. Just get a better deal. No disrespect to Anthony Davis, but get three. If I still firmly believe if we had gotten 4 unprotected number ones and Anthony Davis and Max Christie, this would be a different conversation.
As you very well know, Nico Harrison has since been fired. The Mavs just couldn't take it anymore. The public humiliation of getting so little back in return, and an absolutely furious fan base. Once the fat-shaming stories hit, fans still rallied around their former superstar. One of the ironies in this is the centerpiece in return was Anthony Davis from the Lakers. He's far more unreliable than Luka, given his age and injury history. And after being fat-shamed, Luka started the next season looking svelte, also appearing on the cover of Men's Health. We shall see if he ever wins a title in LA, because the weaknesses are there. Defense and the toll his ball-dominant style can have on teammates, and heck, his temper with the refs as well. To me, there are two trades that I would classify as worse, judged on details at the time and not retroactively. Specifically, draft picks are valuable, but only their worth and not who those players or who those picks became down the road. The first is Charles Barkley, a broadcasting legend nowadays, but also one of the NBA's best players at one time. In the 1992 offseason, the Sixers traded Barkley to the Phoenix Suns and only got 3 guys in return, with the only one worth anything was a one-time All-Star shooting guard Jeff Hornacek. No draft picks either. Barkley was 29, coming off 4 straight All-NBA first team and 1 second team selection. But Philly sent him to Phoenix. The concerns were that he sometimes criticized teammates too much and also a few times got into physical altercations with fans.
The seasons are so long. If you're losing, it just takes a toll on you mentally, physically. I mean, it just messes up everything in your life, because obviously you're going to take your problems home with you. The media asking you questions every day. The fans are brutalizing you every day. But it's just nice to be where, if you win, everybody gives you a break.
Upon arriving in Phoenix, Barkley promptly produced 4 straight years of averaging at least 21 and 11, earning All-NBA honors each year. But the highlight was his first season in Phoenix, winning league MVP and leading the Suns to the NBA Finals.
Everybody's saying this is my best year. This is not my best year. The year I averaged like 28 points and led the league in rebounding, I think that was my best year. The only difference, I'm just playing with very good players. No disrespect to Philadelphia players. Kevin Johnson, Dan Marley, Danny Ainge, they're better than anybody I played with last year.
Barkley came up short in the finals, losing to Michael Jordan and the Bulls. But to me, it was a completely lopsided trade. Barkley was in his prime and won the MVP, and there wasn't a pending Supermax contract of $345 million involved in the equation for Philly to consider. So I think the Sixers got really taken advantage of. Now, the other trade, similar situation, Wilt Chamberlain at the deadline, so midseason in 1965, from the Warriors to the Sixers. Another star in his prime, 28 years old, and already an MVP on his resume, sent for peanuts. The package included 3 random guys, one of which retired right after the trade, and $150,000. Keep in mind, Wilt was averaging 39 and 23 that season when he was traded, but he was a pain in so many ways. For example, Warriors owner Franklin Muley said this, quote, "Chamberlain is not an easy man to love. The fans in San Francisco never learned to love him. Wilt is easy to hate. People came to see him lose." After getting dealt to Philly, he won the MVP each of the next 2 years and also delivered a championship in 1967. Just absurd.
Would you like to tell Clyde how many points you would score if you played in the game today? How many points do you average?
Well, you got to understand, with the rules of the day, with the offense not allowed to touch you, can't come in and put 3 or 4 guys around you when you don't have the ball. Probably about 65 or 70 might be a good thing, you know.
He might have actually been able to post those averages. He was an absolute beast, but also very difficult. When he was traded to Philly, he didn't want to live there. He wanted to live in New York instead and then commute. So the team was forced to have practices in the late afternoon as opposed to the morning. So that's why I have Luka at number 3 all time. Nico Harrison definitely did not get enough in the return package, but the Barkley and Wilt trades were much bigger heists. Let me know your thoughts. Join the conversation, as we like to say. Is there a trade that I missed that you think belongs in the top 3 on this list? I considered Kareem when he was traded from the Bucks to the Lakers, but he was sort of forcing management's hand at the time. Similarly, when Wilt was traded to the Lakers, just a different circumstance. So I did take those into consideration, but would love to hear feedback from you on this one.